Honestly, you're so mature, it's actually embarrassing.
All right, cool, but...
Next.
Some.
Anyway, next.
I know.
Hey, come on, man.
I haven't been second choice like 3 times, innit, so...
That is...
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
He said, say that again. What did he
Go
say?
on, what?
Jess, what did he say?
Go on, say it, go on. Go on, say it.
I said you're the one that's been second choice like 3 times, innit, so...
She's first choice now, though, brother.
Yes, she is.
Honestly, fuck you, Kieran, generally.
You wish.
But the thing is, it's tit for tat. People give it and people take it, so it is what it is. You give it, you've got to be able to take it. Sometimes people say things that aren't very nice.
Babe, no, because I'm not being funny, she's crying.
Ooh.
He didn't insult her. He pointed out the truth. She cried because he was right. Notice how she laughed after insulting him in front of everyone, and when he dished it back, he wasn't laughing. He is very mature and very well-mannered. What a boss.
The current push toward allowing men in women's spaces if they identify as trans, would you see that as a feminist problem or as a woke problem?
That particular issue is a feminist issue. The problem is...
But how is that a rejection of patriarchy?
Because women have gone ahead and voted to allow these things to push through. The reason that this is a movement against patriarchal structures, because men and their sports are really the only sports that matter. Nobody watches women's sports at all. They don't even bother with it, and I don't blame them for not bothering with it. It's boring as hell. Women have decided to use the power of the vote to institute these policies, and I say let them suffer by those policies that they have instituted. I have no problem with men going in to these women's spaces, for instance, and beating the shit out of all their records and completely dismantling them. What the hell do I care about women's sports for? They voted for this shit. They can deal with it.
If they voted for it, absolutely agree. Some folks need to learn actions have consequences. To what degree is it men's responsibility to save women from their own bad decisions?
It sounds to me like you're conflating wokeism with feminism. Feminism is a rejection of patriarchy. That's all it is. The entailment of egalitarianism between men and women is a rejection of patriarchy. Who's the oppressor if you're trying to be equal with the opposite sex? Men are the oppressors. So it's a movement to reject patriarchal structures. That's what feminism is.
So I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I would say it extends a lot beyond just that.
Yeah, but I think it's because you conflate wokeism with feminism. Feminism is simply put a rejection of patriarchal structures. That's it. If you're thinking about things like the destruction of the nuclear family, this type of thing, the nuclear family has a head. The head is the man. If you have the extended cross-generational family, that's also a patriarchal system. The head is the man. If you're talking about the dismantling of the church is patriarchal. Christianity is a patriarchal structure. It's the rejection of patriarchy across the board. The entire movement of feminism has nothing to do with egalitarianism at all. It has to do with dismantling patriarchy. That is what the ultimate goal is.
I agree. An excellent definition of feminism. Defining terminology is the first step in communicating. He hits on something really important here. A major hurdle is definitions. This is what it means to me. I have found before debating any lefty you both have to pre-game it to define certain words or terms so you know what the hell the other is talking about. Because half the time people make up their own definitions for words that are not accurate. Chen really got exposed as pretty much a dunce during this debate. Worth watching the entire thing.
Most women get married because they want financial security. Why else would I tie myself down to you, have your children, if you're not going to take care of us?
Because I love you, you love me. We can sleep in the sleeping bag outside. We love each other.
Oh my God.
That's why you get married, right?
No.
If he loves her, he's going to grow with her and love her. The money.
Nobody cares about that shit.
Man,
Nobody
that's
cares.
why the world
I'm
is messed
sorry.
up right now. These women think money is the end all be all.
I'm sure if you had a daughter, you would not want her with a man who has nothing and just loves her.
I'm not going to allow my daughter to marry a guy just because he got some money. Yeah, because I know he really live. If he's undying love, he loved his, and I know that, right? Just like I know he got. So we're gonna put it on 2 scales. I know he got $100 million. I can see it. I know it. Yeah. And I can see and know this man love my daughter with his fucking heart, soul, do whatever for, good, bad, rich, poor. I'm gonna go with this side. What the fuck is money? They both gonna die anyway.
She said, Most women get married because of financial security, and that's a big reason most marriages don't last. This tells you all you need to know. When I heard Chris Rock state that only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally, and men are loved under the condition of what we can provide, it hit home for me.
But my question is, why do we really need one?
I've had a pretty large company even before I met you. So if we get married and then you decide to divorce me next year, then you leave with half of it, that's not fair.
But why are you already thinking about that?
Babe, it's something that I have to think about. I don't know why Danny's so surprised. The prenup's obviously something that we need to have in place. I built a business long before she even came into the picture, you know, and I have to protect that. Like, you want to get married? I'm like trying to work with you.
I don't want to be emotional. I'm just not sure if you're doing this because you don't trust me or like you're not sure about our future.
Well, I think you're overthinking it.
I don't know how to explain this to you. I feel like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's not my intentions to leave you. I hope that's not your intentions.
He's not only protecting himself and his company, he's protecting any employees he might have as well.
What do men want us to bring to the table?
We want femininity, we want submissiveness, and we want a lack of conflict. As a woman, if you're just chill and you don't quarrel and nag, you don't even have to be good looking. Just don't annoy us. That's it. That's all you gotta be.
So what is she doing though?
Huh?
So everything I listed basically is not enough for you, but what are you listing that she's actually doing? Just don't be annoying. So what is she doing then? Sitting there?
So,
like you're not giving any actual good characteristics of what you're looking for.
Lack of negative things,
of course,
is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you can go into the positive. Like
so
you can be
want a
pleasant.
Partner?
Yeah, you should be positive. You should be pleasant. But like a lot of men, we don't want to deal with nagging and quarreling. A lot of women, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women don't bring peace to their man. And a lot of dudes, if you're dealing with a guy of a certain caliber, his life is difficult. He's already contending with the world. He doesn't want to go home where his peace should be and dealing with a quarreling, nagging woman. Just be his peace. That's it. Be his peace, be feminine, be submissive, and be attractive enough.
Immediately begins being a perfect example. The irony. Some women start arguments just for drama.
You're aiming for the top 1%, but the top 1% of men ain't aiming for you. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being honest.
There's a reason why I did that calculator.
This is the reason why women are single. Like they don't align their expectations. They look at this perfect picture and then they go, that's what I want. And it's okay. Like we all want something amazing.
We have a fantasy in mind.
Anything that doesn't fit that picture is ignored. Then you get too fucking old. And nobody wants your ass at all. Like, at all. At that point, by the time you lower your standard, you're like, hey, now I would take a fat guy that's doesn't have a college degree, makes 50 grand a year, just to not be alone.
And settle.
Yeah, and that fucking guy at that point still don't want you. So, like, that's a huge problem of, like, how social media has completely shifted, like, women's expectations. Because you really, really confuse attention with currency.
10 minutes later, they forgot everything that was said, and then she will punish the man she settled for not being the man she felt she deserved.
There is no probability he can be the father. What did they say?
You hear that?
What'd you say? You laughed at that.
Remember
no, I didn't hear. Oh, let me say it a little louder.
I'm the only white person she's been with. Remember,
there is no probability that he is the father. So first of all, no disrespect to you, but the letter looks a little sketchy. Okay. It wasn't in a legal size envelope.
That's why it's sketchy.
So, and I don't trust him because his uncle is an attorney and his uncle can do all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even trust that. Wait a minute. I believe at the beginning, I asked you all how the test went. You said, wait a minute, hold on. You said everything went good, right? And it did. And it did, and it was fair that day, right? Yes. They swabbed her mouth correctly. The person appeared to be wearing PPE and the person appeared to work, you know, for that service. And the test itself went well, but behind the scenes, Your Honor. And it appears that these results are directly from the testing place. And he's not the father. He is the father. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, Your Honor. Let me tell you not. No, he's not.
He's a father.
He's not. So you're going to you're
lost.
going to argue with DNA testing.
Your Honor, he is the father. 72 hours. He has a tattoo on his private parts. He was the only one there. I know
father. He is not the father.
Show
How
me a
many
tattoo.
times do I have to say that? No, I don't want to see a tattoo. All I want to see was these numbers to see what the probability was going to look like of him being the father. He is not the father. Now,
That was way too much, by the way.
You have a tattoo.
Excuse me. You know what? I don't even see why you all need to be having a conversation right now.
Love this judge. Her facial expressions tell you when to shut up and listen.
Do you think that most men, if they could take you, they could take away every man you've ever before them, would they?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Okay, but then that's an insecure man.
Insecure.
Why is it insecure?
Because you don't want her to have any comparison except you.
I'm going to use your logic back. Okay. A man doesn't want a woman because she has 10 kids. He's insecure.
But that brings kids
Hang
into
on.
it.
He's insecure or not insecure? A man didn't want a lady with 10 kids. Does that make him insecure?
No, it just makes him, he just has self-respect and he doesn't feel comfortable being with a woman who has multiple kids with different guys.
So he has a preference.
Self-respect.
And part of self-respect.
His preference, yeah, that's his preference is to not be with a woman
So
that has
if your
10 kids.
preference is to be with a virgin and not with a woman who has a high body count,
That's not insecurity.
That's perfectly
it's
fine.
not insecurity, right?
It's not.
The woman
Simple. Insecure is a word scrubbers use to try and shame a man into accepting her past. Nothing more insecure and weak than a person that let themselves get ran through. So, insecure.
Can you pass me the chopstick, Nate? I mean, Nick.
Who's Nate?
Babe, can you pass me the chopstick?
No.
Can you pass me my chopstick, please?
Can you tell me who Nate is, please?
I didn't say Nate. I said
Yeah, you
Nick.
did. You did.
I said Nick.
I'm not deaf.
Babe, are you being serious right now?
I'm
Come on,
being
give me my
serious. The doctor said I had perfect hearing. Who's Nate?
Chopstick.
Nate.
I don't know a Nate.
You just said his name.
I have no idea who Nate is.
It's obviously on your mind. Who's Nate?
Do you know a Nate? How about you tell me who Nate is? I don't know where Nate came into the equation.
Alright. So when you're ready to tell me who Nate is, then we can go hang out. Until then, you can get out and you can hang out at your house.
Babe, that's inside.
Oh, I'm gonna get the pork rice with the boneless spare ribs and egg roll.
So my husband wants the boneless spare ribs, the pork fried rice, and the egg roll. Yes. And then what do you want to drink?
Her husband would like a large Coke.
Why are you yelling? He would like a large Coke.
And her husband would like some soy sauce.
And some soy sauce.
And her husband would like some duck sauce.
Babe, she said 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I mean, sorry. Husband, she said 30 minutes. All right, see you when you get here. Why are you so excited?
The first guy handled that like a champ. You could see the girl slowly trying to manipulate him and turn the situation around on him and attempt to avoid answering the question, but he stood strong and handled that situation in an amazing way.
Women have no clue of what men want because y'all run around with lashes,
You know I only
fake
ask
hair,
how you like
all
to be
this
treated, right?
bullshit, and you can ask 100 men, 98 of them will say, I want a natural woman. But for some reason, y'all in competition with each other. Y'all think that natural beauty is ugly. Y'all done got away from being feminine. Y'all not even confident. I FaceTime a woman in the morning, she got her shit to the ceiling because she don't want to let me see her with her natural face. You that embarrassed of yourself. You're not happy with yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Who are y'all selling yourselves to, the women or the men? Because we the ones that got to marry your
I
ass.
could care less.
So how about doing what I like? The things that we want are free. They are free. But for some reason, y'all let y'all, when you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? The first thing come out their mouth is something we don't care about, which is your job. Your job. The first thing a woman say, I pay my own bills, I got my own car, I got my own crib.
But y'all say the same
Congratulations,
thing.
you're an
I pay my
adult.
own
He speaks the truth 100%. Half of them ain't even listening. Today on Sigma Traits, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.